All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get things kicked off with some pre-race interviews. First up, we're going to talk to last week's winner, Derek Holachek, and touch bases with him and see what he's got in store for us here tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we are now in the booth with Mr. Derek Holachek. He was your winner last week. We're going to see what it takes for him to get things done here once again tonight at Volusia. Go ahead, Derek, and tell us what you got.
Yeah, hopefully I can make it home. I'm stuck at work right now, but hopefully I can make it home for the race. But yeah, I mean, last week was a good week for me. You know, first race on the series, and came away with the win. So I mean, hopefully if we can make it back home, we can get that thing tuned up and ready for tonight.
All right, man. Well, we look forward to seeing you hopefully here at Volusia, and hurry up and get your ass home.
I'll do my best. Thanks, guys.
Have a good one. All right. Next up, we're going to have your points leader, Trey Smith. He is leading the points for the Wild West Dirt Tour. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Trey Smith is now in the booth. This is your points leader for the Wild West Dirt Tour. Trey, go ahead and walk us through what it's going to take here tonight to keep earning those points and distancing yourself in the lead.
Just being consistent, having a podium finish. It's gonna be a big key thing. Making sure the setup's right where we need it to be. Make sure just hit our marks right, and pray we don't mess up.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you out here tonight at Volusia, and we hope that your season continues to go well points-wise.
I appreciate it, brother. Hope to be talking to you at the end of the night.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, that was your number 1 point sitter. How about number 2 point sitter, Dakota Henderson? All right, as Dakota Henderson is now in the booth with us, he is your second in points for the Wild West Dirt Tour. Dakota, go ahead and tell us what it's going to take here tonight to try to close in the gap on Trey Smith in points and also wind up with a good, clean finish here tonight at Volusia.
Speed and staying off the wall. I think that's the two biggest things I can think of, and trying to get that dub would help out tremendously.
All righty, man. Well, good luck to you here tonight at Volusia. We look forward to a good race, and hopefully we got a good car count tonight, and hopefully be talking to you here at the end.
Don't threaten me. Have a good one.
You too, man. Have a good one. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, as we will be waiting for the session to open up, we've got about 5 minutes until we start seeing some hot lap action at Volusia with the Pro Late models. This is the Wild West Dirt Tour coming into town here tonight. We'll take a quick second and thank some of our sponsors for the series. Sponsors for the series include WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, Stanford Witt Foundation, Red Line Radio, Raiders Wasteland. Raiders Wasteland is the premier DayZ experience on Xbox. Veteran owner and operated, Raiders Wasteland offers something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players and their different maps to wander. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE. Other sponsors include the Fearless Setup Shop, Puffy Swag Shop, Goose's Rattle Can Shop, and Rock Bottom Racing. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are here for a 40-lap feature event at Volusia Speedway Park as the Pro Late models of the Wild West Dirt Tour come to town to put on a show. We're going to have at least 2 heat races, I believe, and then we will be underway with our feature event. Hopefully we got a good car count here tonight, some good, clean racing. Volusia is one of those tracks, like you heard Dakota say there, you got to stay away from the wall, and Volusia has been known to slick off tremendously, but we'll see about a good racing surface here tonight. We appreciate everybody tuning in to the Fearless Broadcasting YouTube. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate you being here. We're going to take a quick commercial break as we wait for the session to open up, and we'll be talking to you soon. Thanks, everybody, for being here once again.
Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Real quick, people stop the real quick cut. Double check the steering wheel. Roll.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Nice and smooth. Let's get it all done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's gonna get.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Real quick, people stop the real quick cut. Double check the steering wheel. Roll.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Nice and smooth. Let's get it all done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
Too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
We knew it was just a matter of time when Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, as the server is officially up, we are loading in. Once again, we want to thank everybody for being here today at the Fearless Broadcasting YouTube channel. I'm Tri-State Race Media up here in the booth. We're going to be getting things underway here shortly with hot lap action at Volusia Speedway Park in Barberville, Florida, as the Wild West Dirt Tour comes into town for a 40-lap feature event of the Pro Late Models. We're hoping to have enough drivers for a couple of heat races at least, as we are awaiting to get into the server now. As we are in the server now, just waiting for a couple of drivers to start making their way into some hot lap sessions. As it looks like we're going to have one car now coming out onto the track. That's going to be Dakota Henderson in your second leader in points. He's driving the 5 car, Hendrick Motorsports sponsored. As we'll take a look at him making his way around 3 and 4. As it's one beautiful day here in Barberville, Florida. There he got into the bottom side wall, going up into 3 and 4 that time. Wrecking the race car is Dakota Henderson. How about Trey Smith making his way out onto the track? He's driving the number 3. Looking to advance his points lead here at Volusia tonight. That's Trey Smith, your points leader. We're going to see what he's got in store for us here tonight at Volusia. As you see him there working 1 and 2, he's got a steady race car here so far tonight in hot laps. You see him whipping it up high there at 3 and 4, got a little bit loose. As he will be your fastest lap so far. We're going to take a quick little pause here real quick. Excuse me, folks. As we see the 5 of Dakota Henderson make his way back out onto the track now. Looks like we've got 8 cars here so far tonight. We're looking to grow that field just a little bit more. Dakota Henderson is currently your fastest in hot laps with a 16:094. Trey Smith following him up about a 10th off is Trey Smith in that 3 machine. As now let's take a look at Bradley Bartley. Bradley Bartley driving the 11 machine. He had a decent finish last week as well. Last week we were at Lima Land. Today we're in Barberville, Florida at Volusia Speedway Park. We are looking forward to some good pro late model action here tonight with the Wild West Dirt Tour coming into town. How about Bradley Bartley working in 3 and 4? You also got the 8 machine of Justin Bell out there. This is the 11 and the 8 get together there in 1 and 2. A little bit of a shove cut down there from the 11. This is just hot laps, folks. As Bradley Bartley goes pole center with a 15.869 the last time around. Dakota Henderson about a 10th off of him, followed up by Trey Smith in the 3rd spot. Dakota Henderson with a 16:04. Trey Smith goes second quick that time by with a 15:96 out of Trey Smith. We'll tune back into him. You see him going into 3 and 4 this time around. Looking to close in on the poles time this time by. Will he get it? No, he will not. His last lap was a 16:28. How about Dakota Henderson taking it back over with a 15:92 now? 15:92. 9:17 actually for Henderson. As you see, a quick time so far is a 15:652 as Bradley Bartley just improved time that time by 15:652 for the 011 of Bradley Bartley. Bradley Bartley looking to make a clean run here tonight at Volusia Speedway Park. Gather up some points and a win here tonight as well. As you see, Dakota Henderson wrecked that car for about the 3rd time so far in hot laps. Right there at the flag stand on the front straightaway. We're going to stay tuned in to Bradley Bartley. He's gone even quicker, 15:638. He's running consistent 15.6s as Bradley Bartley. He improved that last time as well with a 15.624. As Bradley Bartley may have this figured out pretty quick here in hot laps so far. We'll tune back into Trey Smith working on the back straightaway there in that gray and black and red 3 machine going into 3 and 4. Trey Smith second quick, 15:706. As you heard a little bit of wreckage, I can only imagine that's probably the 5 of Dakota Henderson one more time. As you see Trey Smith working his way in 3 and 4. Second quick with a 7:06. What will he get this time by? 16:04 last time by for Trey Smith. Trying to track down the 011 of Bradley Bartley is Trey Smith. Bradley Bartley continues to improve. He's at a 15.590. And about 2/10 difference between your first and second place cars here tonight at the Volusia Speedway Park. As the Wild West Dirt Tour comes into town bringing your pro late model action. We're here for a 40-lap feature plus heat race action. Bradley Bartley continues to improve. 15.561 last time by the flag stand. As we've had 4 cars hit the track so far in hot laps, it looks like we've got 2 other ones as well to go racing here tonight. Got 6 cars total at the moment. Looking to add just a little bit more. The Wild West Dirt Tour always puts on a show no matter what the car count is, that's for sure. We've seen some good racing from them last week at Lima Land as Derek Holichak picked up the win. You talked to him earlier. He was stuck at work. We're hoping that he makes it in time for the race. As Trey Smith needs to improve on his time. He's currently sitting on a 15.706. As you see him wreck into the 8 there, Justin Bell. Get him up into the wall there coming out of 1 and 2. How about Dakota Henderson going to try to go back out and increase his time as well. He's currently sitting with a 15.917. is the 5 machine of Dakota Henderson. You see that creamsicle look Hendrick Motorsports car. .15.917, fastest lap for Dakota Henderson. He's going to need to be about 4/10 faster than that if he's going to want anything to do with that pole sitter and hot lap so far. The pole sitter of Bradley Bartley is sitting with a 15.561. 15.561 for Bradley Bartley in the 011. As there's the Dakota Henderson 5 car one more time, getting into the wall there on the front straightaway just a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we appreciate everybody tuning in here to Hot Laps at Volusia. As there you see Trey Smith and that 3 machine currently second quick still with that 15.706. Is the 3 machine of Trey Smith coming out of 3 and 4 that time by. What's it going to be at the line? 15.98 last time by. 15.98. As it looks like Tanner Ensign is going to make his way out on the track. Gets into the wall right off the rip in the 44 car. That's Tanner Ensign, the owner here at Wild West Dirt Tour. We turn back into Trey Smith. This is your points leader of the Wild West Dirt Tour. He's been consistent so far, racking up the points through the year. They talk about consistency, keeping their nose clean, making their own laps at their own pace. That's what it's going to take here tonight at Volusia. As Bradley Bartley continues to improve, I believe, at a 15.561. I believe he was at a 7.1 earlier. We appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, as they continue on with Hot Laps, we're going to take a quick little break and thank our sponsors one more time. Tonight's sponsors include the WYO Outlaw Custom Diecast, Stand for Wit Foundation, Red Line Radio, Raiders Wasteland. Raiders Wasteland is the premier DayZ experience on Xbox. Veteran owner and operated, Raiders Wasteland offers something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players, and there are different maps to wander. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE. Other sponsors include Fearless Setup Shop, Puffy's Swag Shop, Goose's Rattle Can Shop, and Rock Bottom Racing. As there you see Trey Smith still making some hot laps here tonight at Volusia. Getting into the wall just a little bit there was Trey Smith on the 3 machine. We've got Bradley Bartley, Trey Smith, Dakota Henderson, and Justin Bell, your 4 quickest so far here in hot laps. As now you see Tanner Ensign coming back onto the track. That's that orange and purple 44 machine. We're going to look to see some fast times from him as he's running the high side there in 3 and 4. Trey Smith closing down the back door on him. Ensign looks to be a little tight. He'll throw it back up into the wall one more time as Ensign wrecking some race cars here in hot laps. How are we doing? As you see, Trey Smith also got into it up there in 1 and 2. He's upside down on his lid in the turn. There's Dakota Henderson going down 1 and 2, going down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 this time. That creamsicle Hendrick Motorsports car. As he'll throw it in sideways there in 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we appreciate everybody tuning in. This is just hot laps. The drivers are out there getting a feel for the cars, seeing what the track prep is going to be like. As it looks like the middle is pretty much washed away all the way around the racetrack. We got 2 lanes of racing on the high and the bottom, and the middle being washed out. We're going to look back into Trey Smith there, coming in at 3 and 4. Flag stand that time by for Trey Smith was a 16.03 last time by. As now you see the 28 machine. That's Ethan Farless, the owner of Fearless Broadcasting. I'm Tri-State Race Media over here for Fearless Broadcasting, calling the action here tonight. As Ethan Farless is going to look to earn some points here tonight. He takes a nose away there from Justin Bell. Ethan Farless and Justin Bell battling it out here in hot laps. Farless a little bit loose. Justin Bell rock the high side. Farless still maintains position this time by. Scrubbing the front bumper there was Justin Bell on the underneath side of Farless, coming to the flag stand this time by. Farless to go 6th quick, Ensign 5th quick, Bell 4th quick. As Farless is currently over a second off the leader's pace. You see him and Bell battling it out here in 3 and 4. They both get into the wall. There's wreckage on the front straightaway. That's the 28 of Ethan Farless and the 8 of Justin Bell. As there you see Trey Smith take over the camera. Trey Smith, your points leader here for the Wild West Dirt Tour. We'll see what he can get done here tonight. He's going to try to keep his point gain steady as the season continues to go on. Trey Smith currently with a 15.706 second quick. Last time by the flag stand right there was a 16.37. As the track has started to slick off, I don't think we're going to see any more 15s for a while. As everybody on the track is currently running 16s. As you see Farless and Trey Smith get into it right again. As we will take a quick intermission real quick. As there you take another good look at your pole sitter and hot laps so far. That's the 011 of Bradley Bartley coming back out to make a couple of laps since the track has slicked off. The 011 of Bartley, currently your pole sitter with a 15.5. His last time by with a 16.07. He's actually still first quick even with that 16.07 out of everybody's last lap times. And we're going to get ready for qualifying action, ladies and gentlemen. As Trey Smith is out on the speedway for his qualifying laps. We'll see what he can do. We got a couple of other drivers out on the track and making qualifying laps as well. Tanner Ensign, Ethan Farless, Justin Bell, Trey Smith. They're all out here making their hot laps so far, or their qualifying laps, excuse me. As Trey Smith will be your pole sitter as of now with a 15.986, followed by Tanner Ensign with a 16.042. Trey Smith going back into 3 and 4 this time, trying to improve on that 15.986. He'll get it taken away by none other than Bradley Bartley. Bradley Bartley with a 15. Whoa, it looks like we've got quite the speed up on the track now. Tanner Ensign with a 15.259. Justin Bell with a 15.464. Bradley Bartley a drop all the way down to 3rd quick with a 15.532. Trey Smith sitting 5th quick. Dakota Henderson goes up and goes 3rd quick now. As he goes 3rd quick with a 15.525. 15.525 for Dakota Henderson. That'll be good enough for 3rd quick. Your pole sitter is going to be Tanner Ensign in the 5th with a 15.259. 15.259 for Tanner Ensign will be your pole sitter. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate everybody being over here tonight. We're going to get ready for some heat race action. Starting on the pole is going to be the 44 Tanner Ensign. To his outside is going to be the 8 machine of Justin Bell. Second row inside is going to be the 5 of Dakota Henderson. To his outside is going to be the 011 of Bradley Bartley. Third row inside is going to be your points leader, Trey Smith, driving the 3 machine. To his outside is going to be Fearless Broadcasting owner, the 28 machine of Ethan Farless. And Dakota Richard is not in the race. That would be me. I'm not too sure why it's showing up on there this week, as we are going to be getting ready to go heat race action. Once again, we appreciate our sponsors over here at Fearless Broadcasting and the Wild West Dirt Tour. We've got 6 cars to go heat race action. We're going to have 10 laps here at Volusia Speedway Park in Barberville, Florida. The 44 Tanner Ensign, the 8J of Justin Bell, the 5 of Dakota Henderson, the 011 Bradley Bartley, the 3 of Trey Smith, the 28 of Ethan Farless are here to put on a show. No matter what the car count is, you can guarantee a show is going to be put on when the Wild West Dirt Tour comes to town, ladies and gentlemen, as we are awaiting the pace truck. As we are now getting underway with our pace laps here for the heat race. 6 cars take the field, 6 cars. As you see the weather here in Barberville, Florida, 72 degrees, no wind. It's going to be a great night of racing here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to get ready to go green flag racing. 6 cars take the stage for heat race racing. A Wild West Dirt Tour at Volusia Speedway Park in Barberville, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got 11 people in the live. Thanks everybody for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. As Tanner Ensign will bring us to the green flag next time by. Lights on the pace truck are off. To his outside is going to be the 8J of Justin Bell. Justin Bell majorly improved from hot laps to qualifying, as I don't think he wanted to show everybody what he had in store for him, as it might be a battle here on the top 2 coming to the green flag this time, I do believe. Yes, sir, the pace truck's going to be pulling in. Green flag racing here at Volusia Speedway Park. Tanner Ensign going into 1 and 2. As you see Dakota Henderson there on the bottom. Tanner Ensign's all kinds of tight. There's contact made. The leader in the 011 of Bradley Bartley get caught up. They're going to go around. That'll bring out the first yellow of the night. The very first corner of heat lap race action. The first caution of the night belongs to the 44 Tanner Ensign. As you've seen him get all tight there in 1 and 2, he's going to fall back to the back of the pack. That's going to give the lead to Justin Bell. Justin Bell also made a little bit of contact with Ensign, followed up by Bradley Bartley getting in the mix. And once again, I do apologize that the 7th place car, 231, is not in the race. That is a mistake on my end. I do apologize for that. As Justin Bell will bring us to the green flag this time. Lights on the pace truck. No, they're still on, actually. We'll get one more lap in. Sorry about that. As you see him come by this time, wave to your favorite drivers in the stands. As the lights on the pace truck are now off, we're going to be 1 to green this time by. Justin Bell will get us fired off coming out of 3 and 4, followed up by Dakota Henderson in the creamsicle Hendrick Motorsports car, 5 car. Third place is going to be Ethan Farless in the 28. That's the owner of Fearless Broadcasting. Then you're just going to have your points leader, the 3 machine of Trey Smith. And starting in the back of the pack is going to be the 011 of Bradley Bartley. Ensign looks like he had enough fun and called it quits here at heat race action. Green flag for Justin Bell. Justin Bell making his way down the back straightaway, putting on quite a gap on Dakota Henderson so far. As you see, Bradley Bartley working on the inside, got Ethan Farless back to the back of the pack once again. As Justin Bell, Trey Smith up to that second spot, up 3 spots is Trey Smith looking to track down your leader as Bradley Bartley's already back up into the 3rd spot. You see the battle here for second between Trey Smith and Bradley Bartley. Yellow flag on the speedway. As it looks like Dakota Henderson and Ethan Farless are going to get together up there in 3 and 4. That's going to bring out your second caution. Dakota Henderson's machine is all tore up, missing that right front. How about Ethan Farless? He's going to pull it off the speedway as well. As we've got our second caution here tonight so far in heat race action. A little bit of a different pace compared to what we're used to for the Wild West Dirt Tour. Volusia Speedway Park has proven to be a challenge already here tonight. We've seen some lap times that were a little bit all over the place in hot laps. We've got some drivers that are a little reckless here in heat races. We've got 3 cars remaining. 3 cars remain in heat race action as it looks like Dakota Henderson and Ethan Farless have pulled it into a quick pit. Tanner Ensign is going to come back out onto the track. As we're going to wait for the pace truck to come back around one more time and let Tanner Ensign catch up to the pack. And there's the 44 Tanner Ensign. That was your pole sitter. If got that early wreck, put him back into the pits. He had to go make a quick repair. He's going to rejoin the pack this time back around. As the lights on the pace truck go off, we're going to be 1 to go this time. Justin Bell will bring us to the line. One to green this time by for Justin Bell. Justin Bell, Trey Smith, and Bradley Bartley will get us kicked off this time coming out of 3 and 4 as Tanner Ensign tries to join the back of the pack coming into 3 and 4 this time by. Can he catch him in time? He will. It looks like we're going to have a delayed green, so we'll be 1 to go this next time by, I believe. The lights on the pace truck did come back on. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate everybody being over here tonight at Fearless Broadcasting. I'm Tri-State Racing Media up in the booth. As it looks like Dakota Henderson will now also come out of the pits and try to catch up with the pack. Here comes Ethan Farless as well, making their way back out onto the track. We're 1 to green. Lights on the pace truck are off at the time being. Justin Bell will bring us to the green coming out of 3 and 4, followed by Trey Smith, Bradley Bartley, Tanner Ensign, Dakota Henderson, and Ethan Farless will round out the field. Lights on the pace truck remain off. It looks like we're going to be going green flag racing this time by. Justin Bell takes the outside lane. We're green flag racing. As we got a Trey Smith in the fan, Tasman shooting out his favorite driver. Can Trey Smith get it done here in heat race number 1? Trey Smith a little tight up there in 3 and 4. He'll give away the second spot to Bradley Bartley, as Bradley Bartley is now going to be trying to track down the leader of Justin Bell. As you see Trey Smith working down in the 3rd spot. We've got another caution on the speedway, as it looks like Dakota Henderson lost it for the 3rd time now, I believe, is Dakota Henderson. He's going to go ahead and take it to the pits. This is going to be your 3rd caution of heat race action. I don't know why I keep saying heat lap. Excuse me. I apologize about that. We'll take a quick commercial break as we are doing our pace laps here. We'll be right back.
This is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
As the lights on the pace truck are off, Justin Bell's going to bring us to the green flag this time out of 3 and 4. Taking the high side one more time. Bradley Bartley a bit to the inside, followed by Trey Smith, Tanner Ensign, and Ethan Farless rounding out the field. Green flag racing back at Volusia Speedway Park. Bradley Bartley working the bottom side and 1 and 2. Gets up into the top, and Justin Bell just goes right up into the rear bumper of him. No brakes for Justin Bell. We'll temporarily stay green, it looks like. Justin Bell said, "Not today. I'll take the number 1 spot away." As that was a little bit of a dirty move there from Justin Bell. No brakes applied to try to avoid the slider from Bradley Bartley. Bradley Bartley was a little bit slow on the exit, as Trey Smith found himself up into that second spot. Trey Smith trying to track down your leader. Justin Bell got loose. Trey Smith to the outside. Going into 3 and 4 side by side. It's going to be a 3-way battle for first. They're 3 wide. Coming to the line. Bradley Bartley, Trey Smith. It'll be Trey Smith that time by. Bradley Bartley continues to work the bottom. Slider on Trey. The same thing happens to him that happened with Justin Bell. They get into one another as they continue to battle top spots. Bradley Bartley working down to the bottom. Trey and Justin are on the top. White flag to Bradley Bartley, as he's got Trey Smith right behind him, followed by Justin Bell. They're going to 3 and 4 this time by contact from Trey Smith as he gave her the beans in 3 and 4. It's going to be Bradley Bartley at the line, followed by Trey Smith, Justin Bell, Ethan Farless, Tanner Ensign, and just Dakota Henderson will round out the field. Ladies and gentlemen, that was quite the heat race, as we had 3 cautions, a little bit of contact there, battling for the lead at the end of the heat race, as that was full of excitement for sure. You see a little bit of a scenic shot there on Volusia Speedway Park. There's 1 and 2. As you see, the pebbles are starting to work to the top side. The bottom is getting rounded off. We're going to have another hot lap section before the feature. As you see Tanner Ensign there taking the purple and orange 44. Tanner Ensign making his way here. Some hot laps before the feature. As there you see the 28 of Ethan Farless trying to get some more practice laps in. As Ethan Farless, he's going to try to keep his nose clean here in the heat race, maybe wind up in a decent spot, as we've seen contact throughout the whole entire field all night long. It's going to be an exciting 40-lap feature. Hopefully we can get some green flag laps in and not get too many cautions. You see him there that time, get into the wall, wreck that race car. There's the 3 of Trey Smith, currently first in the second round of hot laps before the feature with a 15.280. That's a 3 machine of Trey Smith, your points leader. He's going to try to escape the chaos here tonight at Volusia Speedway Park in Barberville, Florida. Currently sitting first in the second round of hot laps before the feature event. Once again, we appreciate everybody tuning in over here to Fearless Broadcasting on the YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm Tri-State Race Media up in the booth. As you see, Trey Smith trying to track down the 44 there of Tanner Ensign. They go into 3 and 4. Both cars are in the shot. Tanner Ensign's fastest lap this time in the hot laps is a 15.644, good enough for a 3rd place and hot lap so far. He'll get into the wall that time on the front stretch, collect Trey Smith with him, as it has been a little bit of a wreck fest here tonight at Volusia, ladies and gentlemen. See the 28 there of Ethan Farless. Ethan Farless just mangles that race car, can't get out of the skinny pedal. As Tanner Ensign now back in the 44. Losing it there 1 and 2 as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it might be a little bit of a festival here tonight at Volusia Speedway Park. We'll take a quick commercial break.
Royal Purple synthetic motor oil exceeds the toughest industry standards with 6 times reduction in engine wear and 2 times greater protection against oil breakdown. Protect your investment with the oil from the synthetic expert. Royal Purple.
Real quick, you both stop the real quick, cut. Double check the steering wheel. Roll.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Nice and smooth. Let's get it all done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish! Too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
We knew it was just a matter of time when Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to get ready to go feature racing, it's going to be the 011 of Bradley Bartley leading the way. To his outside is going to be your points leader, Trey Smith, in the 3 machine. Second row inside is going to be the 8J of Justin Bell. To his outside is going to be the Fearless Broadcasting owner, Ethan Farless, in the 28. The third row inside is going to be Tanner Ensign in the 44. To his outside to be Dakota Henderson in the 5, rounding out the field. As we are getting our pace laps through and through, this time by wave them down, wave at your favorite driver, or wish them luck here as the Wild West Dirt Tour takes the Pro Late Models 40 laps, feature racing here at Volusia Speedway Park in Barberville, Florida. Once again, you've seen Bradley Bartley, Justin Bell, and Trey Smith all make contact in the heat race event, battling for the lead. All these 3 cars can battle it for the lead all night long. Let's hope for some green flag racing. As the lights on the pace truck are off, we're going to be green flag this time. The flag stand, Bradley Bartley gets us kicked off. 40-lap feature event here at Volusia Speedway Park. Justin Bell already got the inside wall, collects Ethan Farless momentarily. Farless to take over the 3rd spot. Farless and Justin battling it for place number 3. Trying to track down your leaders are Bradley Bartley and Trey Smith. Justin Bell goes down to the bottom side in 1 and 2, takes the nose contact made between the 28 of Ethan Farless. Ethan Farless drops back down a spot. Justin Bell coming out of 3 and 4, trying to track down the 3 machine of Trey Smith. We're going to be green flag racing here, ladies and gentlemen, as we've singled out just a little bit. We've got a little bit of a gap between all the cars. Trey Smith going to try to put in the work to close in on your leader, the 011 of Bradley Bartley. As you see, about a 0.4 of a second gap over Trey Smith so far. Bradley Bartley. Lap 5 coming to the flag stand this time. As they continue to go green flag racing here at Volusia Speedway Park. It's the 3 machine of Trey Smith in the 2nd spot. You got Bradley Bartley in the 011. Leading the way is Bartley. Got about 1.5 seconds. We've got a yellow flag as Dakota Henderson has collected himself one more time here tonight. You see the tire fall off that car one more time. As the pace truck will come out, Bradley Bartley, Trey Smith, Ethan Farless, Tanner Ensign, Justin Bell, and Dakota Henderson will round out the field. Ethan Farless holding it together in the 3rd spot so far. He's going to try to hold up himself with the lead pack as well. Trey Smith and Bradley Bartley distance himself from the pack. Bradley Bartley with about a 1.5 second gap over 2nd place before the caution came out. This is your first caution here tonight for the feature race at Volusia Speedway Park in Barberville, Florida. Bradley Bartley in the black and purple 011 has been putting in work so far. Was distancing himself from the pack quite a bit. Once again, he had about a 1.5 second gap over Trey Smith. Trey Smith, your points leader, running in the 2nd spot in that gray and red 3 machine. Ethan Farless in the 28, sitting in 3rd place at the moment. He's going to be in the pink and blue 28 machine. He's going to try to keep it together here in the feature. Dakota Henderson is still in the pits for the time being. He's going to try to get back out and grab a hold of the tail of the pack as we're coming back to the front stretch this time. Lights on the pace truck go off. Looks like we're going to be 1 to green this time by. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate everybody being over here at the Fearless Broadcasting YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'm Tri-State Race Media up in the booth over here every Tuesday and Wednesday night. We'll be back tomorrow night with the IMA Midgets as they go to Kokomo. That's always a good show when the IMA Midgets come into town. As the lights on the pace truck stay off, we're going to be green flag racing this time. Bradley Bartley bring us to the line on the outside. Trey Smith on the inside. Green flag. Bradley Bartley gets him fired off. Trey Smith going to the bottom. We've got a battle for 1 and 2 going into 1 and 2. Going on the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Bradley Bartley managed to get away from the 1 and 2 turn pretty quickly as Trey Smith lost a little bit of speed whenever he went to the bottom. As Bradley Bartley goes into 3 and 4, Trey Smith about 0.7 of a second behind him. Dakota Henderson, he rejoined the pack, trying to stay from going a lap down. As we hope the 5 car of Dakota Henderson won't be any problems for the 011 of Bradley Bartley. Coming to the flag stand this time by. He's closing in on the lap traffic. Bartley's going to stay to the bottom. Henderson gets out of the way, goes to the top, lets him on by. As now we can hope Trey Smith can do the same. Bradley Bartley's gaining on the field. Got about 1.3 second gap over your second place spot. Trey Smith cleared that lap car just fine as well. Now Trey Smith needs to get focused back on tracking down the leader of the 11 machine of Bradley Bartley. Trey Smith in the gray and red 3 machine trying to stay clean. As Bradley Bartley continues to put a gap, he's almost 2 seconds over Trey Smith that time by the flag stand. As we got 27 laps to go, it'll be 26 times, this time by the flag stand. As Bradley Bartley continues to make clean laps, he's going to look to keep his nose clean here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You see him going into 3 and 4 that time by. That's a good-looking black and purple machine there, the 11 machine of Bradley Bartley. Yellow on the speedway, as it looks like Dakota Henderson may be slow again. Justin Bell's got a wadded up race car. Looks like he was the one that drew the caution. That thing is mangled up. He's going to be pulling it into the pits. Not too sure what happened for the 8J of Justin Bell. He's missing the tire. He's definitely the one that pulled out the caution flag, as he'll pull it into pit row. Try to get his crew to fix that race car in time to catch up to the tail of the pack. Will be the 8J of Justin Bell. As we go back to the front straightaway, there you see Bradley Bartley in the 11, followed by Trey Smith and Ethan Farless. Tanner Ensign also in the purple and orange machine, rounding out the 4 spot. As we continue to make pace laps for our second caution. Not too bad. We're about to the halfway point. 2 cautions in so far. Bradley Bartley, it has been all his show here tonight at Volusia Speedway Park, as Bradley Bartley has led every single lap here of the feature race and has managed to keep putting the gap on Trey Smith. There was about a 2-second gap at one point. Trey Smith's going to try to tighten up that race car and keep Bradley Bartley within arm's reach to try to be here at the end of the race. Ladies and gentlemen, we will interview the top 3 after the race here tonight, get their opinions on how the race went, as it has been quite a show so far. Dakota Henderson rejoins the pack at the back, as we're going to be green flag racing this time by. Bradley Bartley is going to get us fired off on his cue. Green flag back at Volusia Speedway Park. As you see, Trey Smith battling it out, gets a little loose, almost collected Bartley there. Was Trey Smith a little aggressive in 1 and 2. He was trying to take the lead away like he did the last caution. As now you see the 8J of Justin Bell. He's going to regain back up into that 3rd spot after wadding up the race car. A little bit of contact there with the 28 of Ethan Farless. as Justin Bell is going to try to get that car back up into podium position. Well, he is in podium position currently with a third place, trying to track down the second place ride of Trey Smith in the 3 machine. Dakota Henderson put the pass on Farless there for a second. They make contact in 3 and 4. As Dakota Henderson's been all over the raceway here tonight at Volusia Speedway Park, caused a couple of cautions in the heat race and the feature as well. Him and Farless continue to battle it out for the 4th spot. We'll go back to our leader, Bradley Bartley, putting on the gap on Trey Smith. Once again, we're back to a 2-second lead for Bradley Bartley. It's been all Bradley Bartley's race here tonight at Volusia. As you hear a car get into the front straightaway again, we're going to have another caution. And that will be the Creamsicle 5 of Dakota Henderson one more time, causing another caution. That'll bring out the 3rd one here tonight. We're going to go into a quick commercial break as we do some more caution pace laps, and we'll be back in just a couple of moments.
Royal Purple synthetic motor oil exceeds the toughest industry standards with 6 times reduction in engine wear and 2 times greater protection against oil breakdown. Protect your investment with the oil from the synthetic expert. Royal Purple.
Built on 70 years of development and race technology, Eibach's exclusive high tensile strength spring wire is wound for maximum travel and control. Cycled and rate tested for repeatable performance, Eibach's industry-leading manufacturing and quality means you can rely on Eibach race springs to get you to the podium. Proudly made in the USA, Eibach, the worldwide leader in high-performance suspension, engineered to win.
Real quick, you both stop for real quick, double check the steering wheel. We're rolling.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Nice and smooth. Get it all done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
Too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
We knew it was just a matter of time when Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
Juicy Spider.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be getting ready to go green flag racing one more time. Bradley Bartley is going to bring us to the line out of 3 and 4. To his inside, Trey Smith. Second row is going to be Justin Bell and Tanner Ensign. Dakota Henderson rounding out the field. Trey Smith looks to the bottom in 1 and 2 one more time, trying to keep up the speed with Bartley. Trey Smith goes to the top side in 3 and 4. Bradley Bartley working on about a half-second gap so far over Trey Smith. Trey Smith, your points leader. He would really like to have that win here tonight to help distance himself in the points, as he's going to try to stay tight with Bartley. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it has been all Bradley Bartley here tonight at Volusia. As Trey Smith has managed to keep the gap manageable here so far, going back green, as we've got about 0.3 of a second there that time by the flag stand. He'll work the middle in 1 and 2. Bradley Bartley still staying the fastest car on the racetrack as of now, the 11. Bradley Bartley, it's been all his show. We've got 13 to go this time by. As we take a quick look back to Justin Bell and Dakota Henderson now battling it out for the 3rd spot. Dakota Henderson make contact, pushes him up the raceway. Going into 3 and 4 side by side. Dakota Henderson, Justin Bell take the nose away. Contact on the front straightaway wall. Justin Bell takes over the 3rd spot once again. A little bit of a slider there in 1 and 2. Here comes Dakota Henderson. Side by side racing down the backstretch going into 3 and 4. Yellow on the speedway, as Ethan Farless will be the slow car bringing out the caution. The 28 machine of Ethan Farless, he's going to be down 2 laps already as you see the tire go off the car there exiting corner number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks everybody for being here today in the Fearless Broadcasting YouTube page. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is the Wild West Dirt Tour at Volusia Speedway Park. We've got 6 cars in the competition, but it's only been Bradley Bartley putting on the show here, leading all the laps so far. Trey Smith, your points leader in the 3 machine, trying to track him down. It looks like Dakota Henderson managed to take over the 3rd spot from Justin Bell before that caution came out. As they were back there battling for the 3rd spot, Dakota Henderson making contact with all the cars here tonight, giving everybody a little bit of the paint scheme. As the creamsicle-themed Hendrick Motorsports Car 5 car of Dakota Henderson currently holds down the 3rd place spot. We'll see if he can hold on to a podium finish here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, help cheer on your favorite driver at home. It's been all Bradley Bartley's show here tonight. Your favorite drivers, if it's not Bradley Bartley, could definitely use the help. As the lights on the pace truck are still on. Should be one to go this time by the flag stand. As you see a couple of good looking race cars there. The black and purple for the 11. The 3 machine of Trey Smith, the creamsicle of Dakota Henderson, the 8J driven by Justin Bell, the 44 purple and orange chrome looks like Tanner Ensign, and Ethan Farless will round out the field. As the lights on the pace truck are off, we're going to be green flag this time coming out of 4. Bradley Bartley will get us fired off on his cue. Trey Smith to his inside. We can only imagine that Trey Smith will look to the inside of 1 and 2 one more time here tonight. He's done it every caution lap so far to try to take the lead over Bradley Bartley, try to make Bradley Bartley work for it a little bit. As green flag racing, Bradley Bartley got us fired off. There's contact in 1 and 2 between Trey Smith and Bartley. As we're going to have a race coming out of 2. Bradley Bartley and Trey Smith side by side going into 3 and 4. Trey Smith, more contact. Works himself up the raceway as Justin Bell will look to the inside of Bartley now. Shoves him up into Trey Smith. They got together there in 1 and 2. As Trey Smith got the shove from Justin Bell. Justin Bell got the shove from Bradley Bartley. As that'll bring out the 5th caution here tonight at Volusia Speedway Park. You see Justin Bell, he is all tore up trying to make his way into the pits. Looks like Trey Smith's going to stay out for the time being. As you see Justin Bell trying to navigate his car to pit row. Dakota Henderson currently finds himself sitting in the 2 spot after all the contact for the 2nd place between Justin Bell, Bradley Bartley, and Trey Smith. That is unfortunate for Trey Smith, as that is your points leader of the Wild West Dirt Tour. See Ethan Farless, he's going to make a lap around and tag back at the back of the pack. Trey Smith working his way down pit row now. He's going to go get some work done to that race car. Maybe get the bumper pulled out and rejoin at the back of the pack will be the 3 machine of Trey Smith. As Bradley Bartley, Dakota Henderson, Tanner Ensign are going to be your top 3. Farless will be in the 4th spot. He was able to get his lap back. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Wild West Dirt Tour over here at Volusia Speedway Park. We'd like to thank our sponsors, the WYO Outlaw Custom Diecast, Stanford Witt Foundation, Redline Radio, Raiders of Wasteland, Dave Z Server. Joined today by looking up Raider PVE, Fearless Setup Shop, Puffy's Swag Shop, Goose's Rattle Can Shop, and Rock Bottom Racing. We appreciate all the sponsors being on board here with the Wild West Dirt Tour, as well as Fearless Broadcasting. We couldn't do it without our sponsors. We definitely appreciate them being on board. As the lights on the pace truck are off, Bradley Bartley will bring us to the line on his cue. Single file restart now, as that was our 5th caution. It's going to be Bradley Bartley firing us off. Green flag racing. Dakota Henderson's going to immediately look to the inside, as we've got a delayed yellow as Justin Bell is trying to rejoin the pack after the green flag come out. That'll bring out the yellow flag. That's going to save Bartley. As Dakota Henderson was starting to work on Bartley there. This is going to be your 6th caution at Volusia Speedway Park. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope that everybody is enjoying the racing at home. We've had contact, we've had cautions, we've had slow cars on the raceway. And we'll be right back. As the light on the pace truck went off that time by the flag stand, we're going to be green to go next time by. Bradley Bartley get us kicked off one more time, coming out of our 6th caution. Going to look to be holding off Dakota Henderson. Dakota Henderson put the move on him, coming to the green flag the last time, going into 1 and 2. Tanner Enzine's going to be in 3rd. Trey Smith rejoins the pack in 4th place. 5th place will be Ethan Farless and Justin Bell, rounding out the field 4 laps down. Green flag racing back at Volusia Speedway Park. As you've seen Tanner Ensign get a little squirrely, Trey Smith's going to find back up to the 3rd spot. He'll go around contact. He got into the back of the 4 machine of Dakota Henderson, spun himself around, also collected Tanner Ensign at the back. Tanner Ensign's going to go ahead and pull it into the pits. I believe he has had enough of the fun here at Volusia. This is going to be your 7th caution. We'll go into another quick commercial break.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
Too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
He knew it was just a matter of time when Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa. Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
As the lights on the pace truck go off for the 7th time here tonight, Bradley Bartley will bring us back to the green flag, coming out of 3 and 4, followed by Dakota Henderson, Ethan Farless in the 28, the 8J of Justin Bell, and the 3 machine of Trey Smith will be in 5th spot. Rounding out the field will be Tanner Ensign in the 44. On Bartley's cue, coming off a 4. Green flag racing for Bradley Bartley. As you see the battle there between Dakota Henderson and Ethan Farless for the second spot. Ethan Farless looking to the bottom. Took the nose away from Dakota Henderson. Ethan Farless going to try to keep her clean. As we've got our 8th caution now, as you watch Dakota Henderson get into the wall. Dakota Henderson brings out another caution. That's the 5-car Hendrick Motorsports sponsor creamsicle theme of Dakota Henderson. We're trying to get this race finished off, ladies and gentlemen. Dakota Henderson was in a decent spot, looking at second place for a while. Even put a little bit of a move on your leader, Bradley Bartley. Now it's going to be Trey Smith back to the second spot. Justin Bell to third. Tanner Enzine to fourth. And Farless, will go back to the 5th spot. As we make our pace laps for our 8th caution. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank the sponsors over here at the the Wild West Dirt Tour, WYO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Witt Foundation, Redline Radio, Raiders Wasteland DayZ server. Join today by looking up Raider PvE in the Discord. More sponsors include Fearless Setup Shop, Puffy Swag Shop, Goose's Rattle Can Shop, and Rock Bottom Racing. As it's once again been Bradley Bartley's show all night long. As I believe we're down to 10 laps to go. The last time I looked, I believe. Looking to keep it clean for the last 10. Dakota Henderson's going to rejoin the field at the back of the pack. Dakota Henderson just needs to finish off the race. Let these guys do their thing. Tail at the back of the pack. Let this race stay green. Let the leaders have some fun. As Trey Smith, your points leader, is going to try to track down Bradley Bartley. Bradley Bartley has led every single lap of the race. The 11 machine of Bradley Bartley is going to get us fired off this time out of 4 on his cue. Green flag back at Volusia Speedway Park. Trey Smith's going to work the high side this time and wanted to try to keep the momentum up to catch up to Bartley on the back straightaway. They're going to go into 3 and 4 almost side by side. Trey Smith might have found some speed at the top of the racetrack in 1 and 2. He's going to stay up there this time by as well. Bartley joins him up on the top side. It's going to be a momentum battle here at Volusia. Justin Bell in the 3rd spot as well as they pull away from the back of the pack. It's going to be Bartley, Smith, Bell, Farless, Enzine, and Henderson at the line. Trey Smith rocking the 2nd spot, trying to keep up the speed with Bartley. Bartley continues to pull away from the pack as he's done all night. White flag to go. It's going to be Bradley Bartley, as long as he can keep his nose clean, going down the back straightaway. Checkers for Bradley Bartley. Excuse me, not checker. Don't know why we seen the white flag. Oh, it was the checker. My bad. I apologize on that. We did not get the display for the checkered flag. As Bradley Bartley will get it done at Volusia, followed by Trey Smith and Justin Bell. We will be back in just a second as we're going to take a quick second and talk to our winner. As we wait for Bradley Bartley to join in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's your winner, Bradley Bartley in the 11 machine. It was all his show here tonight at Volusia, led all 63 laps at Volusia. What do you got to say about your performance here tonight, Bradley?
I'd just like to say that this car was hooked up. Didn't have a problem. Just a bunch of yellows coming out.
You definitely had the speed here tonight at Volusia. You was rocking a 2.5 second gap over Trey Smith in the second spot for quite some time. Who would you like to thank on that fast race car of yours?
I'd like to thank the crew, making me bad fast, DH Designs, Puff Swag Shop, and Fearless.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on the win here tonight. We look forward to seeing you back next week.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be your second place finisher and your points leader, Trey Smith. Trey Smith, you were battling there for a while in the second spot. You fell back a couple of times, still wound up with a second place spot. What do you got to say about your performance here tonight?
I need to figure out a way to slow Bradley down. He's a little too fast. No, overall, not a bad car. GLM brought a really good Redline Radio late model here tonight at Volusia. So just got to keep on rolling and just stay consistent and having these finishes up front and hopefully be the champion at the end of it.
All right, man. Well, who would you got to think on that race car of yours here tonight at Volusia?
Redline Radio, go check out, that's my podcast, go check it out on Spotify. Everyone at G Lightning Motors, Joe, Krishan, Kaiser, Alex, Eddie, Brady, Race Car Bodies by Daily, YO Outlaw Custom Diecast, Fearless Broadcasting. I gotta thank the good Lord above for always blessing me and everyone else, and everybody that just makes this possible.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on your second place finish, and you continue to lead the points. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you, buddy.
As ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to talk to your third place finisher of Justin Bell, as we're going to bring him up to the broadcast booth. Here's your third place finisher, Justin Bell, ladies and gentlemen. He was able to fight his way around some traffic, wadded up the race car a couple of times, rejoined the pack at the tail of the field, and wound up third. Go ahead and walk us through your performance here tonight at Volusia.
I mean, what a mess. I unloaded fast. I mean, this car felt great. You know, Volusia's kind of a tricky track to understand, especially in these pro late models, but Majula Shea and, you know, Tanner Ensign and Trey Smith unloaded a great car tonight, and we came with a fast setup. But, yeah, just being in dumb incidents is for no reason. You know, just people, you know, putting us in places where we got a 40-lap race. We could race this out and make it clean. So, but, you know, glad to have the speed, know that it's there, and glad to be on the podium.
I agree. It was quite the battle here tonight with the traffic and people causing a little bit of chaos. Who do you got to go ahead and thank on that race car?
I would like to say Longhorn Chassis, USA Speed Shop, YO Outlaw Diecast. Find him on Facebook. Make some great custom diecast. And Redline Radio, of course, Fearless Radio or Fearless Broadcasting for broadcasting this race, and Wild West League for putting on the race.
All right, man.
Couldn't do without him.
Congratulations on your third place finish here tonight at Volusia. We look forward to seeing you back next week.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, there you had it. It was a little bit of a mess late here at Volusia. We had quite the battle between the back of the pack for the most part. It was all Bradley Bartley's show here tonight. Once again, this will do it for Fearless Broadcasting. I'm Tri-State Race Media up here in the booth over here every Tuesday and Wednesday night. We'll be back at it tomorrow with the IMA Midgets at Kokomo. We appreciate everybody being here. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe. Show your friends. Come back tomorrow night as the Midgets go to Kokomo. They're going to put on quite a show, and we'll catch everybody on the next one.